Hi, everybody. It's good to see you again. Who am I kidding? I really can't see you. You know that. We've already had this conversation before. Anyway, today we're going to talk about converting some units of weight. We talked about lengths with inches. We talked about capacity where we jumped up into gallons. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about different weights. So we're going to start with the smallest. We're going to talk about ounces. And this Hot Wheel here weighs about 1 ounce. So it's pretty light. Now, the next step up in customary measurement is the pound, and it would take 16 ounces to equal 1 pound. And this softball here weighs about 1 pound. Now, the next step up is a long ways, because it would be about 2,000 of these, and that would equal 1 ton. 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton. So let's take a look at how we can make some of these measurement conversions. So we're going to start with this first problem here, where I want to convert 4 problems over to ounces. So I'm going to look over at my chart, and I can see that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. So a pound is quite a bit larger than an ounce. So in this case, I want to go and do some multiplication. I'm going to do 4 LB, LB stands for pounds, times 16. And last I checked, that equals 64 ounces. So 4 pounds equals 64 ounces. Now this next problem is going to be very, very similar, except for there's a little added step to it, because it wants me to convert 5 pounds and 3 extra ounces over to ounces. So when I do that, I am going to follow those same steps, where I am going to do 5 times 16, which that equals 80. But now I have those extra 3 ounces. So in this case, I'm going to add those 3 extra ounces. So what that really means is that 5 pounds and 3 ounces, that equals 83 ounces. Now for this next one, it wants me to convert some tons. So in this case, it's saying 2 tons equals how many pounds? Well, I can see 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. So I am going to do another multiplication problem, where I am going to do my 2 tons, or 2t, times 2,000, and that equals 4,000. So that tells me that 2 tons is really equal to 4,000 pounds. Now finally, on this last problem here, I know that it wants me to convert 6 tons over to pounds. Well, I'm going to follow those exact same steps. In this case, I'm going to take 6 tons times 2,000 again, and that's going to equal 12,000. So 6 tons equals 12,000 pounds. Now, just like we had looked before, it seems like I am moving from over here on the left, and I am moving it to the right. So in this case, when I move left to right on my chart, that means that I should multiply. Now let's take a look, because this time we are going to go from those smaller units of measurement up to the biggest one. So in this case, I am dealing with 48 ounces, and I want to change that over to pounds. Again, I can look at my chart, and I can see that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So in this problem, I am going from the small units of ounces up to the larger units of pound, which means that I am going to do a little bit of division. So in this case, I want to do 48 ounces divided by 16, because there are 16 ounces in a pound, and that is going to equal 3. So I know that 48 ounces really equals 3 pounds. Now, when I jump to my next problem, I've got a little extra going on in there, because I've got 37 ounces, but I know that that's going to equal some pounds and some ounces. So again, I'm going to follow those same steps. In this case, I'm going to start with 37, and I am going to divide it by 16. Now, I know that that equals 2, remainder 5. So the 2 is how many complete pounds, and the 5 equals how many ounces are left over. So 37 ounces actually equals 2 pounds and 5 ounces. Now we jump to this next step. And with this next one, that's where I'm going to be converting 10,000 pounds, and I need to change those out to tons. So I look at my chart, and once again I can see that 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds, or 2,000 pounds is equal to 1 ton. So I'm going to do a little bit of dividing. In this case, I'm going to do 10,000 pounds divided by 2,000. And I know that that equals 5. So 10,000 pounds equals 5 tons. Now for this last problem, I am going to need to convert 4,500, and I'm going to change that into tons and pounds, which means that I am probably going to have a remainder. So in this case, I'm going to take 4,500 divided by 2,000, and I know that equals 2 remainder 500. That's a really big remainder, which that's okay. That tells me that 4,500 pounds equals 2 tons, and those 500 leftovers, that is the extra number of pounds. So 4,500 pounds equals 2 tons and 500 pounds. I hope this helps you out when you are doing your conversion, and we'll talk to you later.